I think that's why Knight, you really kind of loved me for this part. I think he kind of labeled me a gentle giant.
Noi dobbiamo fare un lavoro importante. Potrebbe essere il lavoro più importante della storia del mondo.
Like your character has a tender side that shows with the kids, the relationship he has with kids. But at the same time, it's really well determined to fulfill his mission. So in this duality, how much you find yourself and your personality?
Oh, completely. Completely. I think that's why Knight, you really kind of loved me for this part. I think he kind of labeled me a gentle giant, and I think that's true to who I am. I may be large and maybe a little bit scary on the outside, but inside I think I have a huge heart, and I especially have a weakness for kids. I love kids and I love animals. So I think I'm every bit of that character, and I can relate to him completely.
Yeah. And do you believe that we live in an individualistic society? Do you think that be selfless is the bravest thing that we can do?
Yeah, I think it is the bravest thing to do, and I think we are more than ever individualistic. And I think it's a hard thing. If we just nothing about the way the world works is geared towards not thinking about yourself. I think, and the collective is something that we have lost sight of, but that perhaps there are glimmers of us coming back to that. What do you think?
I think it's so easy to become self-involved more now than ever. And I hope that, I have hope. I'm reading this book, and Ben is as well, called Lighter, by this author named Yung Pueblo, who talks about the importance of generosity and the importance of the collective whole, but that we have to, in order to be able to do that in a good way, we have to deal with our own personal traumas first. And with movies like this, the news feed throughout the film, I can understand where Ben's character is coming from, because yes, it's apocalyptic, but it's very similar to many of the things we see on the news now. And so it does play into the things that are happening, or things that are adjacent to things that are happening now that build fear in us. It would be hard to convince us that the apocalypse is happening, because in some ways it feels like it is, based on these news stories. But I have hope. I have hope for us.
I have hope.
La vostra famiglia è stata scelta per prendere una decisione orribile. Se fallite nella scelta, il mondo finirà.